Our story with dogs begins a very long time ago, in a world covered with ice and snow. Before there were dogs, there were only wolves. Scientists believe that modern dogs are the descendants of ancient wolves. This incredible friendship started more than 40,000 years ago, when early humans and wolves began to live near each other. It was not a sudden change, but a slow process that happened over thousands of years. The wolves that were less afraid of humans found it easier to find food. They could eat the leftovers that people left behind near their camps. This was the very first step in a long journey together. This process is called domestication. It happened when the bravest and friendliest wolves started to get closer to human settlements. These wolves were not as aggressive as others in their pack. Humans likely saw that these calmer wolves were not a threat. Maybe they even left food out for them on purpose. Over many generations, these wolves changed. Their bodies and their behaviors started to become different from their wild relatives. They became smaller, their faces became shorter, and their tails started to wag to show they were happy. They were slowly turning into the first dogs. These early dogs were very useful to our ancestors. They were not just eating scraps. They became part of the human group. With their excellent hearing and sense of smell, they could warn people about dangers, like a large predator approaching the camp. They could also help humans hunt for food, tracking animals over long distances. This partnership was a huge advantage for both species. The dogs received food and protection from humans, and in return, humans gained a loyal companion and a skilled helper. This was a powerful bond that helped both humans and dogs survive in a difficult world. The evidence for this ancient relationship can be found in the bones and fossils that archaeologists discover. Some of the oldest dog remains have been found buried alongside humans, which shows a very special connection. One famous grave, found in what is now Germany, is about 14,000 years old. It contains the remains of 2 people and a dog. This tells us that even so long ago, dogs were not just animals that lived nearby. They were considered members of the family. They were loved and cared for, just as we love and care for our dogs today. This deep history is the foundation of the unique friendship we share. After dogs became our companions, humans started to notice that not all dogs were the same. Some were bigger, some were faster, and some were better at herding sheep. People began to choose specific dogs with the traits they liked and let them have puppies. This is called selective breeding. For example, if a farmer needed a dog to protect sheep, he would choose the biggest and bravest dogs to breed. If a hunter needed a fast dog to catch rabbits, they would choose the dogs with the longest legs and slimmest bodies. This process was a way for humans to shape dogs for specific jobs. Over many hundreds and thousands of years, this selective breeding created an amazing variety of dog breeds. Think about how different a tiny Chihuahua is from a giant Great Dane. Both are dogs, and both share a wolf ancestor, but they look completely different. This is because people bred Chihuahuas to be small companion dogs, while Great Danes were bred to be large and powerful hunters of big game like wild boar. Every single one of the hundreds of dog breeds we see today was created by humans for a particular purpose, whether it was for work, sport, or simple companionship. The differences are not just in size. Humans have selected for all sorts of traits. Look at the long, floppy ears of a basset hound, which help it trap scents from the ground while it is tracking. Consider the wrinkled face of a pug, which was bred simply to be a cute and charming lapdog for Chinese emperors. Some dogs, like the Border Collie, were bred for their incredible intelligence and ability to understand complex commands for herding sheep. Others, like the Siberian Husky, were bred for their amazing endurance and thick coats to pull sleds across the snow for long distances without getting tired. Today, many dogs are no longer used for the jobs they were originally bred for. A dachshund, with its long body and short legs, was once a fierce badger hunter, but now it is more likely to be a beloved family pet living in a city apartment. However, Understanding a breed's original purpose can help us understand its behavior. A beagle might bark and howl a lot because it was bred to signal hunters. A Jack Russell Terrier might have a lot of energy and love to dig because it was bred to chase foxes out of their burrows. Every breed tells a story about our shared history with dogs. Dogs experience the world in a way that is very different from how we do. Their senses are tuned for a life of hunting and tracking, which comes from their wolf ancestors. The most powerful sense a dog has is its sense of smell. A dog's nose is incredibly sensitive, estimated to be between 10,000 and 100,000 times more powerful than a human's. When we walk into a kitchen and smell a stew cooking, a dog can smell each individual ingredient: the beef, the carrots, the potatoes, and the herbs. This is why dogs are so good at sniffing out things, from lost people to hidden drugs. They live in a world of smells. Their hearing is also far better than ours. Dogs can hear sounds at much higher frequencies than humans can. This is why they can hear a dog whistle that is completely silent to us. They can also move their ears independently to pinpoint exactly where a sound is coming from. This ability was very important for their wild ancestors, who needed to hear the quiet footsteps of prey or the distant call of another wolf. When your dog suddenly perks up its ears and looks at the window, it is probably hearing something that is completely undetectable to you, like a small animal in the garden or a car driving down the street far away. While their sense of smell and hearing are amazing, a dog's vision is different from ours. For a long time, people believed that dogs could only see in black and white, but this is not true. They can see colors, but not as many as we can. Their world is mostly made up of blues, yellows, and grays. They cannot easily tell the difference between red and green. However, their eyes are much better at detecting motion than ours are. This helps them spot a running squirrel or a thrown ball very quickly. They also have better vision in dim light, which is another trait that helped their ancestors hunt at dawn and dusk. These physical abilities make dogs unique. They have strong muscles for running and jumping, and their paws have tough pads that protect their feet. A dog's body is built for action. Dogs also communicate in ways we have to learn to understand. A wagging tail doesn't always mean a dog is happy. Its height and speed can show excitement, fear, or warning. The position of their ears, the look in their eyes, and the sounds they make are all part of their language. Understanding these differences in their senses and bodies helps us to be better friends and caretakers for them. For thousands of years, dogs have worked alongside us, and they continue to play many important roles in our modern world. We often think of dogs as cuddly pets, but many are highly trained professionals. For example, guide dogs are the eyes for people who are blind, helping them navigate busy streets and live independently. Hearing dogs assist people who are deaf by alerting them to important sounds like a doorbell, a fire alarm, or a crying baby. These dogs go through extensive training to perform their jobs reliably and safely, forming an incredible bond of trust with their human partners. Dogs also work with police and military forces all over the world. Their amazing sense of smell is used to find illegal drugs, explosives, or missing people after a disaster. A search and rescue dog can cover a large area much faster than a human team can, and their nose can detect a human scent from deep under rubble or snow. Other dogs are trained for protection, using their strength and courage to help police officers. These working dogs are not just tools, they are valued members of their teams, and their handlers form very close relationships with them, based on mutual respect and care. Beyond these specialized roles, dogs provide tremendous emotional and health benefits to people. Simply petting a dog has been shown to lower blood pressure and reduce stress. For people who feel lonely, a dog can provide constant companionship and a reason to get up in the morning. Therapy dogs are brought into hospitals, nursing homes, and schools to comfort people who are sick, elderly, or anxious. Their calm and loving presence can bring a smile to someone's face, and provide a moment of happiness during a difficult time. The simple act of caring for a dog, feeding it, walking it, and playing with it can bring structure and purpose to a person's life. In the end, the bond between humans and dogs is a special one, built over tens of thousands of years. They evolved from wild wolves into our most loyal companions. We shaped them into hundreds of different breeds for countless jobs, and in return, they give us their help, their love, and their unwavering friendship. Whether they are a highly trained working dog or a beloved family pet sleeping on the couch, dogs enrich our lives in countless ways. They are truly our best friends, and this extraordinary partnership is a testament to the deep connection that can form between two different species.